Welcome back, friends. Hear Me Out podcast. It's your boy Dro, and I'm here to tell you guys why Skip Bayless is the number one trending topic on Twitter right now. Before I get started, make sure you guys subscribe. Hear Me Out podcast coming out with the latest in the sports, progressive politics, and pop culture. And Skip Bayless, man, chose one of the worst days to have his worst take of his entire career. Today is National Suicide Prevention Day, and I believe it is Suicide Awareness Month in the month of September. And Skip Bayless came out and made some of the most insensitive comments that a big platformed individual and show has made in recent history, in 2020 at least. Skip Bayless was addressing Dak Prescott going public with his depression following the pandemic and the suicide of his brother earlier this year. A lot for one person to handle. And Skip Bayless says he has no sympathy for Dak Prescott, regardless of the situation, for one main reason that he kept reiterating. And for those that want to see what I'm talking about, go watch it. The link is in this description for the video where he said it at. I'll put the minute where he said it at. But you are the quarterback of America's team. That's his reasoning on why he has no sympathy for Dak Prescott, the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, Skip's favorite team and America's team, right? The America's team that hasn't won a Super Bowl or a playoff game in fucking forever. Anyways, Skip Bayless comes out and makes these comments that the NFL has no compassion, dog-eat-dog world, all this other shit. And he is getting destroyed on Twitter right now. And usually he posts clips of video clips in a tweet. He didn't want to do it for this one because the smoke was incredible, even for the promo that he was talking about. They were going off on him, as they should. And like I said earlier when I was talking off camera about it with my family, is you would think that somebody with a platform like that, even if they don't mean it, right? You would think that they will come out there and just say what's right, politically correct. Go out there and say, hey, good thing that this guy is speaking up, helping a lot of people. And, that is what it is. I personally think that he's helping millions of people, and he's even bringing in people that may not watch football or may not know who he is and be like, wow, there's actually an athlete out there speaking on something that I may have gone through. Somebody seeing that, thinking that, somebody who has gone through depression or losing a family member, they might look at Dak and be like, wow, this guy is very courageous for coming out in such a sport where guys don't show their emotions like that. So for Skip Bayless to go ahead and throw that on Dak, that he's wrong and shouldn't be sharing this publicly, is not only disgusting and insensitive, it just goes to show that Fox Sports 1 is okay with this guy going and running his mouth and saying whatever he wants about LeBron, all these other things. Now we've gotten to this. It just goes to show they care about the ratings and their own personal entertainment more than anything else, especially Skip Bayless. He built his whole career off of hating on LeBron. He's latching now on to Patrick Mahomes because he's the next guy to take care of his GOAT, Tom Brady, as like LeBron is taking care of his GOAT, Michael Jordan. It's bad, man, and I highly doubt Fox Sports 1 is going to fire him. I think they might suspend him, though. He should come out and drop an apology. Just like Shannon said, Shannon's rebuttal is that you got to remember these guys are human. You got to remember that these kind of things help other people. They help teammates. Skip claims that leaders don't do that. Leaders don't come out and say that they're depressed. You have to understand, Skip Bayless, you and I, right? We've never played on professional football fields. I know that I don't know what it's like in those NFL trenches, right? So you can't go out there and start talking like you do. Shannon does, which is why people respect his opinion when he cooks your ass and rebuttals to these cold, horrible, frozen takes that you be putting out and shit like this. Suicide prevention day, suicide awareness, and you come out and say that, Skip? That's low, man. Skip is the kind of guy where it's like he's money on these non-sports related sports issues, like when it comes to race, when it comes to other big stories that guys are involved, like Aaron Hernandez when he passed away, and the whole, he's obviously had his blunders, with the whole Ray Rice thing. Apparently Kerry Champion was upset with Skip and Stephen A., but that's a whole other thing, right? He's usually money on these off the sports issues, so off the field issues, I should say. And to see him go this route of just straight fuckery for views is like, it's kind of sad. It showed the decline of not only his own show, but his career as well. Ever since he left First Take, man, it hasn't been the same. Max and Stephen A, it's like, it's not like how it was before. And same with the other show. It's just two guys, one loves LeBron and one hates him. And, you know, it's so much bias to the point now where he's even saying that just because Dak plays for his favorite football team, the Cowboys, that he should shut up and play football, essentially. Don't talk about your dead brother or your depression. Nobody cares about your feelings. No compassion. It's fucked up, Skip. Skip says he doesn't check tweets. He does. Shannon tells him all the time. Shannon's on Twitter heavy, by the way. Follow Shannon on Twitter. He's fucking lit. But Skip Bayless, man, this is probably the worst take of your career. He's not fucking listening to this. Skip Bayless, worst take of his career. Something's got to give with this guy, man. Either take him off the air, force him to do an apology, or just boot him off the show altogether, man. Humans make mistakes, man. And this is the first time I've ever seen him talk like this. So, you know, I think an apology is in order. I don't think he's going to lose his job, though. You know, you're on this network that is essentially dying, the show that's dying. They want stuff like this happening, you know. But how bad is the PR going to be? We will find out, because, you know, right now it's just all hate. Let's see what he does after this in response to this. What is his next play going to be? This will really determines what happens to the career of Skip Bayless. This is a big thing for him. You can't just come out there and forget that these motherfuckers have lives. And I know I do it, and a lot of other fans do it sometimes, but I'm not going to come out here and tell this man not to talk about his dead brother. I have a brother who, you know, I'm very close with, my only sibling. Just hearing people say, you know, you shouldn't talk about that. Leaders don't do that. It makes me feel like, you know, if it happened to my brother, I would be sick too. Fuck football. You know what I mean? Just because Dak plays football, he shouldn't talk about it. But, you know, if I'm a regular ass person, I could talk about it. It's not right. Skip is always talking about equality on the show. You know, throw it into that bucket too. You know, be equal with the players and remember that they're humans too. Treat the humans that aren't athletes the same way you'll treat the athlete humans. You know what I mean? Like, they're still all human. Just like you and I. We breathe the same air and we got blood in our bodies, okay? We drink water, we eat food, we take shits, we go to sleep. And most importantly, we have emotions. It's all right for guys to show emotion. Skip Bayless, shut the hell up. Apologize to Dak Prescott. I don't even like the Cowboys. I don't like Dak Prescott because he's the rival of my favorite team, the New York Giants. But Dak Prescott, man, kudos to you. Salute to you, because he's coming out. And Skip's right. You know, people do look to him to be a leader. People do look to him to be, you know, the tough-skinned guy, the thick-skinned guy, the big man around the house because he's the quarterback, and even like the front office and everybody is putting their hopes into this guy. However, I give kudos to him because I'm sure there's other NFL players that have these mental issues and depression that they don't even speak about because motherfuckers like Skip create this stigma and scare them to speaking into this shit. So he's giving his teammates courage. He's giving his fans courage. He's giving his family courage. He already lost his mother at a young age, and he lost his brother recently this summer. And Skip Bayless, man, you got to go ahead and apologize to that man. That's your favorite quarterback, right? You say he's better than Mahomes, right? Nah, let's forget about football for now. But apologize to that man. He's a fucking human, just like me and you. Damn, Skip. Why'd you have to do it?